Hello, my fellow parents. Welcome. I just finished reading for the second time. Actually, I always say reading. I listen to an audiobook. Sometimes I read, sometimes I listen. It's the same thing. Uh, No Drama Discipline by Dan Siegel and Tina Fey. Tina something. Uh, you can look it up. Sorry, Tina. Anyway, um, great book. Actually, perhaps my favorite discipline book, No Drama Discipline, if specifically if we're talking about that category. Had a lot of wonderful insights. My second time going through this book, and want to share some of that with you. I've also been spending a lot of time learning piano, so hopefully I can make some piano progress videos soon. I'm total beginner, but I like watching other people are making progress as total beginners, so that's fun to share. And got that book list video coming out soon. That's why I took a couple days off, but and I just worked out. That's why I'm breathing heavy. So, No Drama Discipline. Okay, here's some insights. First of all, it's really kind of hitting me the second time through, like talking to my kids in a respectful way and really trying to think about. I mean, this takes practice for me. I think probably for most of us, trying to think about what it's like for them to be listening to me as I'm disciplining, as I'm lecturing or telling them, don't do this, don't do that, which is actually pretty funny because that's exactly what my 5-year-old, now 6-year-old daughter says is, you're always saying, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. So apparently that's what I sound like to her. Not just me, other people as well, but that's how things sound to her from grown-ups telling her what to do. But it's pretty interesting because I think if you think about it, if you're a friend or your spouse or especially your parents, if someone you know did something, you wouldn't just say, don't do that, come on, stop that now, in a sort of disrespectful way. You would probably put some more effort into using some tact with someone like that. Like, you might still say like, ooh, that was kind of rude, or ouch, that hurt. Or ooh, please don't do that, I don't like that. You still might say those kinds of things to a friend or loved one, but you might use some tact and then maybe later on pull them aside and be like, hey, can we talk about that thing you did? Because I don't like it when people do that, can you please not do that? But maybe not in front of everybody. And so, of course, this isn't like new parenting advice or something, but it sunk in at a deeper level this time. So I definitely recommend the book. If you haven't checked it out, go check out that book. It's fantastic, great. The other thing, well, connect and redirect. I think that's the one in this book. Connect and redirect is like the 2-step discipline approach. But I've heard it say before, connect before you correct. I think that's a different Dan Siegel book. I like that. Maybe even a little better. Connect before you correct. But then the other thing is that I like about this book is that they're trying to really get to the heart of the word discipline. And they talk a little bit about why they use the word discipline, and they didn't talk about, consequences or punishments or things like that, which they don't recommend, but they still recommend discipline. And the reason is that they're going to the root of discipline means to teach, which of course, many of us know that, but that's what we're trying to do, is mentor and teach these kids, because we know a lot more about how the world works, and we don't know everything, and they'll someday know more than us perhaps, but trying to raise them up and discipline them by teaching them. And so trying to really, that's also sinking in at a deeper level. One, in the sense of like asking myself, what do I really want them to learn here? Or is there something that they need to learn? Because a lot of times they're doing bad stuff and they know it's bad. So it's not like they need to learn, like they didn't know hitting was bad. Oh, Dad, you just enlightened me. I didn't know hitting was bad. Like, they already know that. So what is it that they really do need to learn? And a lot of what they need to learn is like how to control themselves, which is extremely difficult and not something that they're going to be able to do by rationally thinking it through. Like, oh, I need to control myself. I didn't realize that. Thank you, Dad. Like, they need to do it by seeing us model it and then learning and practicing and of course developing and maturing. So that's just an example. But then also thinking about in terms of what is the, you know, if they're, even if I'm using something like a punishment or a consequence or not, you know, it's like, what's the point of that? The point should be to teach. At least that's what they're saying, and I think I agree with that. The point should be to teach. What I want to do is I want to teach them how to do better in the future. Especially, I want to teach them how to be incredibly effective adults, where they can get what they want, but also have amazing relationships and be really satisfied and be feeling connected in a way that they also want to give to the world. All those things. That's what I want, and that's not easy to do. It takes a lot of learning, and they're probably going to have to keep working on it long past when they've moved out of the house. So those are some thoughts. Again, big recommend. Check it out. I might listen to it again this year. I think I got to really just kind of put it on repeat because it's like so. It takes the repetition to kind of get it through my brain, so I can learn. Um, and that's another point. It extends to the me and to other relationships. It's not just about parenting, but of course, it's about parenting.